Hello, fellow traders. Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Monday, June the 19th. The year's 2023. Let's talk trading. When not to trade. These videos are for educational purposes. Your results may differ from mine. When not to trade. It doesn't always have to do with whether or not you get a entry signal on your chart. We know that there are some times of the day, like usually at the very beginning, when there's rollover from the previous day to the current day, or from the current day to the next, that the spreads widen. There's not much action, and it's just not a good time to trade. Well, today is a holiday, a bank holiday in the US of A, Juneteenth. And I just noticed that there's not much price action. Walmart, he's an addict, so he went and he got his pips, but it took him a lot longer than normal. Point being is that to me, there's just sometimes when there's just no reason to take the risk and trade on those days. Yesterday we did fill all the gaps, and you can see here price is just 11 pips below the weekly open, and you can see here's like a 35-36 pip range for the day at this time of day, which means obviously nothing's going on, nothing much. I guess only the addicts are trading today. But if you look at the charts here, you can see there's just not much distance here. It's only 11 pips. Let's see, where do I have one? That's close minus open. We switch this back over to high minus the low. And we switch it to M, when we switch from M1 to H1, you can see here, let's see, we are 16 hours into the day, and there's only 1 hour over 20 pips. That just doesn't happen. Right now we're at the psychological double O. It might break, it might not. It just looks like it just broke it. But you can see, you're getting 4, 5, 6 pip jumps. There's a 2 or point jumps, and then if it was pip jumps, then it could be fun to trade. But it's just very, very, very thin. And so, to me, it's just not a day that I want to trade. I mean, if you're a swing trader and you see, oh, you know what, here's an opportunity. Maybe if it hits the double O, maybe it'll drop all the way down to 27.50. Based on your analysis, you could put the trade on. But to sit here for an hour or two just to make a pip or two, that just doesn't seem like the best use of things. And the main thing is my time. All that mental effort, it's just not really worth it. So I'm curious, how many traders out there actually trading, or did they take the day off? They looked at the calendar and said, oh, it's a bank holiday. So let me know in the comments. Right, you can look here. The H4 range, I mean, there's just not much of a breakout. We had a 5 pip breakout but that was 2H4s ago. We had an 8 pip breakout to the downside, it looks like. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But that was actually, this is a Friday in the gray. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 5. Yeah, so that would have been the opening candle. But then again, that was probably with a 20 pip spread or some craziness. And so it may not have even counted, meaning you wouldn't have been able to place a trade. Because if you would have sold, the ask would have been too high. And looking here, let's see. We're not in the ATR zone. We're not in the wick zone. We're in between. Red zone isn't large enough to trade. We do have a H1 lowest open, a holo here. But wick zone. Now it looks like here the wick zone may have paid off actually 20 pips, but you would have had to wait 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Almost had to wait the entire session, or at least half the session so far. But from that upper wick zone down to the weekly open was about 7 pips. So you might have been able to get, 5, 6, 7 pips out of those trades if you just trading this horizontal line, or you could have gambled here. Now, one of the things I've noticed about price is, and I did this analysis a while ago. I think I put the indicators out last year, maybe the year before. I have to go back and check. You see this made a lower low, but the candle closed above that low. That's a signal to go long. And here the high made a higher high, but closed below the previous close here. And so that's a signal to go short. That would have been worth maybe 4 pips on that short. So there are opportunities just trading your normal trades, but once again, due to the lack of volatility, lack of range, it's just not worth it. Why be frustrated? Take a day off, clear your head, do something different. Get away from trading. Don't let it consume your entire life. The H4 missed pivots, we haven't missed any. Still have a missed pivot from Friday. Looks like price wants to head down there. So this would be the opportunity. You say, well, I'm going to take that trade. It says if it hits, you've got about 67 pips of profit just waiting to be had. And if you're a swing trader, you could go for it. And based on what I just mentioned, and actually, but see, this didn't make a higher high, so that wouldn't have been a trade on that trigger. And as you can see here, the rat zone computer says no. Buy zone, you had a trigger, and it just seems to be stuck. So, I mean, you sit here and the computer barely flashes, you wonder if it's frozen. Once again, this is something outside your control. You just have to know when not to trade. $38 pip range. As you can see here, only 4 pairs over 100, and they were over 100, quote unquote, yesterday, even though it's still the same trading day. But because the market opens on Sunday, these were already put in. And see, for some reason, price doesn't want to break that double low. At least not, and stay broken. And we didn't have much on the inside bar, but we probably will tomorrow. Probably have nothing but inside bars. So it'll be a good opportunity. $47 pips off of that yearly high. And we can note the yearly ranges that are over 1,000 pips. Actually, I'm thinking maybe I should replace that. I think I have ATR percent in the dashboard. It might be more interesting to look at the ATR percent. Let's take a quick look here. Price, close, open. I don't know if ATR percent would work for the year, now that I think about it. Let's see, let's add a column. Just call it column 19. ATR open percent. ATR percent. Let's see if it works. I don't know if it would work for the year because I don't know. I don't think it will because you can't give it. Yeah, invalid period. That's what I thought. The internal indicator for ATR doesn't have that parameter for year. Oh, maybe it's something I might have to code in. That'd be interesting. Have to get a lot of years worth of data though. Might have to figure that one out. So anyway, fellow traders, some days are better trading days than others just because of the way the market's moving. So, that being said, always remember and never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.